Why didn't you tell me Optic is changing? Okay, Mom, that's a perfect way to start. That's actually a perfect way. I didn't know. I had no idea. I had no idea that Optic was... I literally had no idea. I had no clue. No clue. And you know what pissed me off? You know what fucking pissed me off? Okay, I talked to Tony this morning, and he didn't fucking tell me. I was on a phone with Tony this morning. Okay? Let me tell you how this went down. Okay? I got a text last night. Who do you guys think it was from? Well, I'm going to ask you guys. Mom, you're going to love this. Who do you think that text was from last night? Who do you think texted me last night? What do you think? Vincenzo. All right, I got a text from Vincenzo. See, you're not going to believe this shit, but you can't tell anybody. You got to keep it between us. I said, absolutely. I said, I won't tell nobody, all right? We keep it just between us, Vin. Just between us. He said, Merc to Toronto Ultra. Merc going to the Toronto Ultra. It's a done deal. Done. Merc. You know what I'm saying? I said, Merc going to the Toronto Ultra. I said, what the f for who? I don't think he knew who I don't think he knew who. You know what I'm saying? I just think he thought Merc was going in. So I'm like, I'm already scratching my head. Like, okay, is Vinny bullshit or is he being serious, right? Like, is this bullshit? Like, this gotta be bullshit. I talked to fucking fat head, big fucking square head, hairy back, floppy feet Tony this morning. Okay? And I'm telling him, I said, Tone, you know, I'm hearing some things, Tony. I'm hearing some things. Look, he's saying TeamSpeak. Look, he's saying things. Look at this guy. He's a fucking asshole. He's a fucking piece of shit. He didn't tell me. He didn't fucking tell me. I was telling him everything I knew. I said, Tony, don't tell nobody. Listen, if I tell you, you can't tell nobody because I'm going to lose my source, a.k.a. Vinny, right? So don't tell nobody, okay? And he goes, whoa, what's the problem? I said, Merc. Some Merc to Toronto. He said, for who? I said, I don't know. You know what I mean? He bullshit. He knew what was going on. An hour later, after I got off the phone with Tony, an hour later, my cousin Vinny texts me again, never mind, Merc to Optic. Then I knew. And then they announced it in 10 seconds later. As soon as Vinny said it, texted it to me, it was announced on the timeline. CDL Intel, everybody. It just happened. I just found out with you motherfuckers, bro. I just found the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? When y'all found out, I found out. So now I want to talk to Tony to see what's going on. No, that's not cap. Man, you're a real piece of shit. You know that?
I'm sorry.
Tony, you're a
okay.
real piece of shit,
Let me
Tony.
explain myself.
You
Let
know
me
what
explain
I mean?
myself.
I'm a man of honor, Tony. I'm a man of honor.
Let me explain myself.
Go ahead, Tony. Explain.
Okay. So, hold on. I'm changing something real quick. Edit layout. Absolutely.
Oh, royalty.
Me and Tommy were on the phone earlier.
Yeah, we're on the phone earlier. Go ahead, Tom.
I see his tweet. He said he's got a lot going on, so I call him.
Mm-hmm. Hey,
no matter what Tommy tells you, sometimes we randomly call each other throughout the week and we talk for a while.
Absolutely. It's nice.
Tom.
No, true. We always talk. We're great friends.
Tommy,
We're great friends.
No matter what he says about Hollywood, me and Tommy talk a good amount. We do long phone calls on a personal level. He's a good friend of mine. I take a bullet for him as long as it's not in the head.
Absolutely.
So Tommy's like, yo, Tony, I'm hearing this shit. He's like, I'm hearing Mercules. I said, really?
Mm-hmm.
He's like, yes, to who? He's like, to Toronto. He said, to Toronto. I said, really? I said, where'd you hear that, Tom?
Yeah, no bullshit. You actually did say really.
I said, really?
You said really.
You did just 5 minutes ago, I dapped him up and left the office after content. I just got off a podcast with the prick. So I said, really? Where'd you hear that?
That's comedy. That's fucking comedy. Oh, my God, bro.
But the reality is, I'm not going to be the one that fucks something up. I'm not going to be the one that says something when I shouldn't, and then people find out before it's official or whatever it may be. So as much as I would love to tell you, I knew this would I knew this exact moment would happen because I'm like, oh, fuck. I can't say anything to him because I'm not going to screw something up because then Hector has my head on a plate, and I can't afford that.
Well, here's the thing, Tony. Here's the thing. Okay, it got leaked, Tony. It got leaked. Hector had to have been pissed. Who the fuck leaked? How did it get leaked?
I have no idea.
it gets leaked through the grapevine somehow, somewhere it gets.
I mean, all it takes
leaked.
is one person. It takes one person, and then they tell people, well, what do you think about it, though? I've been talking about it for a while. I think I was saying that if it was solely up to me and I made the roster decisions, I would have done this move 10 out of 10 times.
The only thing I don't... They just should have done it earlier. They should have done it faster, but it doesn't matter because you know what I mean? It doesn't fucking matter. I like it, Tony. I like it.
I think it's a good move.
I just think the problem is yeah, they couldn't. Yeah, that was stupid of me, Brady. Honestly, it doesn't really fucking matter anyway. They did it earlier. It's not that the move was good. It was a good move. I think them picking up Merc. Honestly, we were all a little confused when we heard you guys weren't hitting him up and weren't talking to him. We thought that was a little, you know, we were like, dude, what's going on? Like,
I mean, listen, I looked at Hector after the event and I said, we need to make that move. That was my opinion. I instantly said, listen.
Wait, Tony,
it's a mistake if we don't pick that kid up.
So you tell me Fat Tony get the convo started. You tell me Fat Tony get the convo started?
I wouldn't say I got the convo started. I was just saying I think this is a kid we can't pass on. But of course, I don't make any decision, right? It's not like I'm not sure, right?
They're
That's
saying
the team
GM
and the
Tony.
coaches.
They're saying GM Tony.
No, I can't take any type of credit for this type of move. At the end of the day, that's coaches and players. And but I just think, I mean, it's one thing if the team comes off a top 4 placing or there's like a lot of promise, but I just think you have to make that move, man.
With the team, with Skyz, and
wait, go look at my tweet, Tom.
And here's the thing too. I will right now. I love Caesar, right? It's not even like a Caesar thing, and he's not a bad player. It's just him and Bruce are just kind of like it. I just look at Caesar as a Maniard player, like the way that he plays. Like it's just like I don't know. I felt like you guys needed a little bit more pace. And Merc was bringing that pace, bro. He was definitely put up in the ante a little bit. You know what I mean? Like he was bringing that fucking pace for sure. But
I mean, bro.
I also, by the way,
take.
I hate the fact that he was sitting in hills and shit and doing that. I don't know if they told him to do that or what, but I hated that. I hated all of that. And let me tell you why. Everybody should be doing that.
Who's that, Ben?
You're.
Oh, what's up, Benj? Benj, how you doing? Later, Tony. I'll catch you later, Tony. What a pleasure.
Bye, Tony. Damn, I didn't even get to say hi or bye to Tony. What the fuck?
This one right here, is this what he wanted me to look at? Never wrong, just early.
Oh, shit.
This guy's an idiot. Never wrong, just early. This guy's an absolute more. What's up, Benj?
Tom, you missed an absolute cinema Champions League game, bro.
I'm just kidding, Ben. What's up, you bastard?
Is it still going on?
No, it's over, bro.
Oh, who played? I was busy. I had something I had to take care of.
Barca Inter it was
How do you feel about that tweet, Tom? Never wrong, just early.
I like that. I like
tweet.
that. Tony, where'd you get that from, Tony? Where'd you get that from?
I don't know. My chat gave me the caption. It was kind of like when you're in high school and you're cooking up an Instagram caption with your boys. That's what me and my chat did.
Right.
Exceed, what's up, brother? Take care of my boy Mace. I got you, man.
Who's that? Exceed?
That's Exceed, yeah.
Motherfucker, that motherfucker, man. That motherfucker Exceed, man. What's he doing over there, Exceed? What's he doing over there?
Go to school or work, Exceed. How about that, boss?
What the fuck are you doing over there, Exceed? Go get a job, Exceed. Go get a fucking job,
Go work at the ice cream parlor.
You know what I mean? The fuck?
I was making subs, Exceed, making subs on Soar Gaming. I was making subs at Mike Subs in Keyport, New Jersey.
You know what I mean? Let's ignore Exceed for a second. Let's get on track. Stewie and Mitch. You ever heard of these fucking guys, Tony?
Here we go.
Stewie and Mitch?
Yeah, you ever heard of them?
From Family Guy, Stewie?
No. From the COD scene. You ever heard about Stewie and Mitch from the COD scene?
No. Why? What's wrong with them?
Exactly. You never fucking heard of them a day in your life. Exactly. You never.
Wait, what'd they do? Talk to me. I want to know the lore.
They were on the timeline calling my team a Make-A-Wish team. These random fucking Toustunats I never heard of. Calling my fucking team, Tony, calling my fucking team a Make-A-Wish team. Can you believe that shit?
What was so Make-A-Wish about them?
That's what I'm curious about. What the fuck is that supposed to fucking mean?
Because they work?
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hold on a minute. Who the fuck you calling a Make-A-Wish team? You know what I mean? I mean, fuck it out. And then the one guy started tweeting. He said, "Oh, well, I don't even know what I did, but good PR. All PR is good PR. You don't know what you did. What are you, an asshole?
No,
I
just think these days people got a lot of nerve. I saw someone tweet a scoreboard from the most recent Thieves match and said, lowest KD in the lobby, talking about challengers not being good, talking
that was
about
a
Envoy.
crazy
The guy
post.
won an event
He
4
just won an
fucking
event.
days
He
ago.
just won the fucking event. He
What
just
are
won
we
the event.
talking
And
about?
I think that's being a little dragged. I don't know if that's exactly what Dylan Envoy meant. I don't know if that's exactly what he meant, but the way that he said it, the way Dylan Envoy said it, you know,
Oh, yeah, no.
it pissed
Oh,
some
well,
people
no.
off.
It was just people rage baiting in the comments.
No.
Was.
I do disagree with what he was saying. Just for the
Me too.
record, in that
Do
clip,
you disagree with what Dylan
I
said?
disagree with what Envoy was saying.
Yeah,
but
I disagreed as well. When it came
but-
out, I disagreed
but
as
the
well.
quote
It's just,
tweet
you
him
know,
having like a 0.8 KD and saying this guy was talking like, what, brother? He won 4 days ago. But my only take about challengers is most of the people that everyone's saying deserve a shot. It's like a double-edged sword, right? Let's say, because people are talking about Standy. If Standy gets picked up and plays great, what a pickup. Fuck yeah. He was frying in challengers.
Right.
If he doesn't, Friendship League, recycled pro, should have gave someone else a shot. So there's no winning.
Well, there's always going to be something said. At the end of the day, if you're performing, you should get picked up, right? Everything else. See, that's the problem, right? Is sometimes people just always think it has something to do with those things, and maybe sometimes it does. But a lot of the times, if you're performing, you get an opportunity, right? That's just how it goes. If you're performing, you're playing well. Like, you're going to get the opportunity, right? I think there's definitely anomalies, like new names. Like, I think whenever you see a new name, you know, your eyes open a little wider. You're like, hold on a minute. Who the fuck is this guy?
100%. Which is why Mercules, to me, I've been high on for a while. Because
Yeah,
I'm like, this kid's growth. Listen, everyone's looking for the next needle in the haystack. That's the best way to put it. Everyone wants that next 19, 20, 21-year-old kid.
You know
that's
what
the
Merc
unknown
was?
variable.
You know where Merc was a few months ago?
Where?
On the Stallions. He was on the
Sully.
Stallions. He's a Stallions. You know what I mean? He'll always be a stallion. He'll always be a stallion. You know, that was until I dropped the whole team because they didn't talk to me about a roster change and I lost fucking composure. You know what I mean? I could have handled the situation better, Tony, but I'm pissed off. I got a fucking short fuse. You know that.
No problem. It's no problem.
You know that, Tony. You know that.
Of
I mean,
course.
I ended up dropping them. I dropped them
Tom,
all.
I'm sorry. I should have told. I mean, I'm okay. I'm not going to say I should have told you.
No, here's the thing, Tony. If you told me and said, hey, whatever you do not tell anybody, I wouldn't even have told Benj. I wouldn't have said it to anybody. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I would have kept it to myself.
But okay, to my defense, that's how these things always start.
No,
Someone tells somebody, don't tell anybody, and then that person tells someone, don't tell anybody, and then
Tom's usually pretty good.
No. Let me tell you something. I got a roster of people that I can tell that I know won't tell anybody. I got it on clockwork. I know there's people that I can tell, and if I tell them not to tell anybody, and listen, bro. And if they tell me not to tell anybody, like I know.
Hold on. I got something to say. Last time we had a roster combo months ago, I was on the way to the office. I gave you a call. I said, Tom, I got a bunch of intel. I'm going to tell you, but you have to act like I didn't tell you. Don't bait anything, nothing. You said, no problem. You went live 5 minutes later. You said, Roster Mania's kicking it off. He said, we got.
Did I leak it? Did I leak it?
You didn't leak any of the moves,
what's
but
the
you
problem?
leaked that shit was happening.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, come on. I mean, come on. What are you going to be an asshole? I mean, I do that all the time. I did that today with my cousin Vinny.
He should have at least kicked like 10% of the sub season.
No. Hold on. To be fair,
fucking leak.
To be fair, if it was any team that wasn't Optic, I would always tell you because I don't give a fuck. But I'm not going to be the one that screws something up for my own organization.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
I'm not going to be that guy.
No, that's fair. But if there was something you told me, right? I know not to tell certain people. I know not like make sure like if I'm going to tell anybody, I know who I can tell and who I can trust. You know, and I definitely know who I can't trust.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Honestly, I'm not even sure who those guys are anymore.
I definitely know one guy who I gotta be real careful who I give information to because he
Vinny?
goes.
Oh fuck!
Is it Vinny?
Nah, it's not Vinny. Vinny I can trust. Vinny's one of my Vinny's actually my go-to source. Vinny's my number one source. Vinny will always
punch you on the timeline.
Bro, Vinny will always be my number one source. Vinny does not put nothing on the timeline. He just whenever
Okay.
All right, whenever he hears shit, he just puts he baits. No, he baits, but he doesn't leak though. He baits. It's Fed J.
Okay.
It's Fed J.
Fed J Nassim.
Fed J Nassim.
Release the vlog file.
You gotta be real careful what you give to Benj. You gotta be careful. I'll be honest. The two people that I know will never leak, and I don't mind telling shit like two. Actually, three is Asim, Z, and Octane.
Oh, go fuck yourself, asshole.
No, my
Go
bad,
fuck yourself.
Wait, Tony.
Never leaked in my life.
Tony, and well, I didn't say you because we're here right now, but I tell you everything, Till. You know that. I mean, it depends what it is. It depends what it is.
Talk about everything.
And my mom. Yes, I do
Of
tell
course.
See, I tell my mom everything. I tell my mom
sure.
everything. You know what I mean? And my pops. I tell my pops everything. Bro, my dad actually knows like what's going on. Like it's like, and the only reason why he knows is the colleague put like. Do they put Instagram posts? Do they post on Instagram the results of the matches? Is that what they do? Like, does the colleague
Oh, yeah, I think they do.
Every time I talk, hey, he's on Instagram. What's going on with Optic? Yeah, I guarantee you later when I talk to them, who the fuck is Merc? Who the fuck is this guy? I see this.
I already know.
Fuck his Merc.
I see
Tony's
this guy.
in. He's going to call me later. He's going to go, what the fuck's going on? You guys drop Skyz? What's going on over there? Musical chairs? Well, who's this Merc kid? He any good? All right. Well, where's Skyz going? Oh, he's sticking around? All right. How's everything, Ant? Good?
Yeah, so my dad, he's gonna call me, and then I'm gonna be like, yeah, how'd you know about that? I seen it on Instagram. You know,
he told me, I called my dad earlier this morning. I said, what are you doing? He goes, just going to Edison. I'm picking up 4,500 cash for an estimate. What are you doing? I said, cash?
Hey, my grandparents used to live in Edison, actually, but then they moved. They got out of there. They got the fuck out of there, but they used to live there. Just to get back on track a little bit with this whole roster shit.
Yeah, let's talk, bro.
The Merc pickup is a great pickup. The only thing that bothered me with Skyz and Bruce is just the way that they like played off each other. Like they both seemed like 2 main ARs. And on top of that, I didn't like the fact that Caesar was turning into like this hill bitch player like on the team. Like I didn't like that. Like I don't know if that was like something he was trying to do, just to maybe he was trying to make everybody else's job easier, or maybe he was just playing that role, but that's just not how COD should be played. Everybody's got to be able to do everything, right? Everybody's got to be able to chow, win fights, be an impact on a map. When it's your time to get the hill, when it's your time to take the route, when it's your time to do this or do that, right? Everybody's got to do everything, right? COD's a game of timings, and it's everything's on a clock. Everything's clockwork, right? It's like I was telling the Stallions about this the other day. The choo-choo train of trades, right? Like the choo-choo train of trades and making sure we're taking the right routes and doing the right things. Like at times, it felt like that was gone. It felt like you had a Shotzi Pokemon ball here, a Hook Pokemon ball there. Bruce is fucking crack aiming shitting on everybody, dropping a 1.5. You know what I mean? It was never a talent thing. They just weren't on the same page. Like they weren't a unit. They weren't a machine. It was just individuals just running around. They have talent. You know what I mean? Tony talent.
That's what I was saying.
And when you do that, you're going to win here or there. You're going to lose here or there. You're going to win. You're going to lose. You're going to win. You're going to lose because you're just relying on talent, right? You're just relying on talent.
So what people now are like, well, why after the Vancouver 3-0? And I'm like, well, listen, don't get this twisted. I think the team with Skyz can beat top teams. When everyone's playing at their peak, they have insane talent. They can beat top teams. Mm-hmm. But it's about putting out the roster that has the best chance to place well consistently and beat top teams on a consistent basis.
Yeah.
And I said, I think Mercules is the move. I think he's a player that's going to pick up lanes. He's going to get hill when he needs. And I was like, honestly, when I look at a roster of Dashy, Hook, and Shotzi, you kind of need like a do-it-all Damon type player that's going to do whatever it takes and play that role, the plug and play where he's filling in lanes and getting time and doing whatever. I also said he's going to bring a lot of S&D reps from challengers, and it's very good to have a player like that who's played that much search, bring that knowledge to the team.
Yeah, I mean, by the way, hold on, before you go, Ben, since season, I actually don't disagree with you when you said Dashy and Hook 100% help it, because they did start changing. They were getting better. Like, no bullshit since season. Like, Caesar's less and less he stopped playing like that bitch role and started getting more involved, and they started to get a little better, like, even towards the tail end. But, I mean, Merc is just one of those talents where, I mean, I just don't think they want to. I think they want to take that risk and, you know, see what this guy can do, right, before he ends up somewhere else, right, Tony? Like, you don't want this guy going somewhere else, and then it's chalked. But it's not a bad take, Sin. It's not a bad take. Like, I partially, like, I agree. I know what you're saying. You know what I mean? But what were you gonna say, Ben? You're talking about S&D or something?
One thing with Merc is because we've talked a lot about Respawn when we talk about Optic, but I also think Optic's issue this season has been the situationals in S&D because they don't have a problem getting bloods in that game mode. I believe they're above average. Someone wants to double check the math.
Yeah,
I remember last time I looked at it. Yeah, they're good at getting bloods. Last time I looked, their first blood win percentage is like bottom 3 in the league.
Yeah.
And they're good on the defensive side of the ball, but the offense is where it struggled. Like, they don't get first bloods on offense. They also don't win rounds when they get first bloods on offense. And they also don't win post plants.
Yeah.
So I think, like, Merc is someone who's a playmaker, can get active, can also like I assume Ant will continue to sort of like run and plant bomb most of the time. Like I think it'll clean up a bunch of maps in the pool for them. And I think Red Card S&D is a map that really puts in their map pool now, I think.
Yeah, I think now, Ben and Tony, right? I think Merc needs to just get comfortable now, right? Like he's there now, right? He's at the office building, which by the way, I haven't seen anything. I saw like a clip of the flank or something. Like, did Optic post something, Tony?
Sorry, what'd you say?
Did they post like a video or something? Like, I see this. What is this? Was he shitting himself?
What, Merc?
I'm just
Yeah.
gonna play some called.
Wait, what? During the announcement?
Yeah. During the,
I
when
have
you
no
met him,
idea.
didn't you meet him? You said you dapped him up at the
Yeah,
office.
this morning the podcast. No, I mean he's
I'm just
a bit
gonna
of a
play some
quieter
Call of
kid, but it's also, I mean, dude, you gotta think of it like this. He's going from challengers to now on Optic in front of a shit ton of cameras doing trivias and podcasts
100%.
and I mean.
No, 100%.
I mean, could you imagine being a challenger and then sitting next to Anthony Methodz on a podcast the next day? You'd be fucking starstruck.
Did he 1v1 Hector? Was he 1v1 and Hector here? What's going on here?
Yeah, we did a 1v1 video.
Wait, that's actually comedy. Was he shooting? I mean, imagine Merc comes into the 1v1s, he's getting shit
Hector
on?
was actually shooting, dude.
Was he?
Hector played with me and Fatty yesterday. It was hilarious.
Yeah, that's an OG. That's an OG right there. He can shoot. Hector could shoot, man. It's like riding a bike.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he's got limited mobility, right? You know what I'm saying? Like he's got a lot of reps on the toy, you know, recently.
Damn, that's crazy, bro. Merc's got so much fucking aura, man. Look at this guy. You know what I mean? He's just like a young god. Look at him. He's what? How old is he? 19, 18? He's coming in.
He's 21.
He's 21. Oh, he's 21? Oh,
21, yep.
That's still young. 21 years old. 21. Look at this guy. Making a name for himself, coming through the gauntlet, going through the stallions. You know what I mean? And I mean, look at what this guy's doing, man. I mean, it's a round of applause, man. It's a round. He vapes? What do you mean he vapes?
Yeah, he's got to get off the vape, brother. I saw that popcorn lung shit. Everyone's got to get off the vape,
No,
man.
he better not be vape. Nah.
Everyone's got to get off the vape.
All right? Listen, I would never vape. You know, we got to talk to him about that. You know, make sure he's cutting that shit out. You know, I used to, you know what I mean? I used to, Tony. You know, I've been cutting back a little bit. Been cutting back. You know, wait, Mr. Papa P Dog said that he's 19.
He told me today he's 21.
Oh, okay. If he told you that. Unless he was saying 19 or something else, but that's Papa P Dog right there. But yeah, Tony, I'm excited, honestly, to see what Merc can do with the roster because, I mean, we saw him in Toronto, right? And we saw what he can do. So I'm just excited to see him brother, look at the team he's coming into. That's probably going to lead me to my next question, Tony. And what I wanted to ask you and you too, Ben, is with Merc, like look at this roster that he's being slotted into. Like this is like a championship caliber roster. This is his first, because the Toronto, I don't count Toronto as like his actual roster because he was like filling in. This is like his actual team. Like, brother, imagine your first team coming in, you're a rookie, and you're teaming with Shotzi, Hook, and Dashy?
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's fucking insane. You're probably like, fuck it out. What the hell's going on? And I feel like,
honestly,
did this happen overnight? Or has this been like a thing has this been ongoing for a few weeks? Like, what's been going on here? Can you expand on that, Tone?
I can't, no. Once again, I love everybody's interest,
Man,
but
can we get Hector
I'm not
in
going to
here?
be,
Man,
I'm not going to be, of course, listen, if Hector wants to, he can, but I'm not going to be that guy that shares too much.
No, I feel that. I feel that.
The way I see it is, first and foremost, I think you got to tip your hat to Toronto because I think filling in for them has got to be like not easy, but it's a good team to slot into. I mean, Insight and Kleenex's system has always worked.
Yeah,
Joe Deceives is gross, but he goes out there and places top 3. What I like a lot is I actually think Merc could bring a lot of things that he learned from Ultra. Even though it was a short time, I'm sure he learned a ton with that Ultra team.
Oh, definitely.
And he can bring that now to this roster.
100%.
And to play like that with literally no pro reps and only challengers practice to go place top 3, no matter what system you're filling in for, is impressive. And that's why I'm like, how high is his ceiling actually? Because if he's placing top 3 as a fill-in with no reps, imagine this kid actually now getting some chemistry and learning the game together with a team. That's why I'm so excited to see him play, because I truly think he can be like the next, once again, needle in the haystack.
No, 100%. Definitely, bro. I've seen Merc play for a while now, Tony. This is not like the first time I'm fucking seeing Merc. Like, I watching him at the event wasn't like the first time.
You saw the tweet? Never wrong, just early.
Yep.
Word to Patty P.
I texted Tej. I said, get this kid. I saw him drop like 18 in like an MW3 Challengers final, and I just watched his POV. I was like, yo, this kid's gross.
Wait, is there an Octane clip? Could one of my mods link me to Octane clip? What's going on with what did Sam say? I'm curious to see what Sam said. But back on track with Merc. Tony, I've seen Merc for like months now. I've been watching this guy play, bro. Like, this guy has been good, and he can run both guns. He can run a sub and an AR. Like, he can do whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm actually excited to see how he transitions. Like, I'm excited to just watch him play. Honestly,
I'm sure part of it was that Merc was an obvious choice for Toronto, just because he's obviously a hyped up player.
Tony, hold on, Tony. We got. Look at this. See, Tony, look at this.
I'm coming on.
Octane reveals that Optic was supposed to pick up Mercules sooner, but something behind the scenes, most likely Tony, delayed it. Oh my god.
Definitely not. I didn't delay a fucking thing.
That's what it said in the fucking. That's what it said in the title, man.
It said most likely Tony.
Yeah.
No.
I'll read it again. Octane reveals that Octane was supposed to pick up Mercules sooner, but something behind the scenes, most likely Tony, delayed it. Eye emoji. Wow.
No way.
Let me see. Let me listen to this.
Optic. It didn't happen sooner because there's some fucking behind the scenes shit that you guys just probably won't know about, but it would have happened sooner if that shit didn't happen.
Oh, so
They
basically
still made the move when they could have made the move.
So basically Tony.
No.
Basically, this was Tony's fault.
It all comes to light.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, let's just be honest, right? And Tony, you don't need to talk here, right? I can have this conversation with Ben if you want. Okay, I'm sure it was just a contract thing. Whatever it was, maybe it was something to do with a contract thing, or maybe Toronto was holding him for maybe Toronto was being hardball or something, right? You know, it gets a little complicated when it comes to business. You know what I mean?
Sam said
Sam said not contracts. Oh, he said not contracts. So what the fuck could it possibly be? Benj?
I mean, the only thing I can think of is that they all weren't down for the change. They were still kind of on the fence about it, and it took a couple of days and some thought process for them to kind of be like, yeah, maybe we should pick this guy up, you know, kind of chase the ceiling.
So kind of just like
that's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, I mean, regardless, does it really matter, chat? Does it really matter? Not really. It doesn't matter. They made the change. We're here now. Change is done with. Who gives a fuck? I don't know what the fuck happened. I don't know if it was the busy side. Apparently it wasn't. I don't know if it was maybe some people are saying friendship cheese. Who the fuck knows? They made the change now, so you can't say friendship cheese now, right? They made the fucking change.
I don't think it matters.
It doesn't matter
because, you know, like at the end of the day, like, you know, Caesar and he admitted in his tweet, like, I don't think he played good enough long term. I know he played good in that Vancouver series, but he didn't play good enough long term over the last like 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Where if an upgrade came
Hold
along,
on, man.
like,
This fucking guy keeps spamming. Did Lacey get kicked from FaZe? I have no fucking idea. Blue Goku, stop fucking spamming. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I have no fucking idea.
He's trying to clip farm. He's end up on a walk 6 tweet.
You know what I'm saying? Crazy. I have no idea. You know
another
what I mean?
reason that I think Merc is kind of like, I'm not sure what you call him, a very educated risk. But the thing about Toronto, and I'm sure Merc was just a top challengers player in general, but Toronto, the coaching staff is very good at sifting through talent and picking the right people. Like he's not really out there much, but the coach that actually one of the reasons I got benched from Ultra, his name is Ryan Flux, and for what it's worth, I have a lot of respect for the way he views talent and the way he views the game. So I think them picking Mercules to fill in for Beans when they could have picked anyone is also a testament to how good he really is. Because I do want to credit Toronto's coaching staff specifically because they are very good at finding talent.
Yeah, I actually like when organizations like put some time and energy into like looking at challengers, seeing who's around, what's available, you know, who's good, who's not good, just like paying attention, right? Because I'm going to be honest, some of these organizations, Tony, and Benj, they don't pay attention, bro. They don't know what's happening. They don't know who's good, like low key, like who's going crazy, who's playing well. Like, bro, there's genuinely there's people that have no idea what the fuck's actually going on. Like,
I'll do it for him. I'll do it for him. In the off season or for EWC, you do whatever you can to get Afro's visa sorted right now. That guy has proved, like he had a one band stint. Like Afro's good stint in the pro league was amazing. He was very good. He had a tough split, which happens sometimes, right? Maybe some out of game bullshit. That kid's proved enough that that guy deserves another shot. And if I'm a team with European players, it's tough.
No, guys, he's been playing
doing what
well.
I can to get Afro.
Guys, Afro's been doing well. I mean, Tony's, he's spitting propaganda on it. I think it's warranted.
Why?
I mean,
Hold on. I'm not friends with Afro like that. I'm not friendship cheesing. I watched the game. I watched challengers, and I think he deserves another shot.
Yeah, I think he's been
gross all year.
Been great. I think he's been great, bro. I think he has been good. I've actually seen Afro play in challengers, and he's been cooking, brother. He's been cooking.
He just won the most.
This game really fits his style.
He won the most recent LAN. This
game fits your style, Benj. Fits your style.
No, but it definitely fits Marcus's style, and I agree with Tim. Like, I think someone will give him a chance. It's not going to be probably a top team, but like,
if Afro was playing in NA Challengers, he'd already be on a team.
Yeah. 100%.
And what I'd say is, imagine if Neptune never got another shot. What would this Surge team be? Like, I truly think he deserves another shot. But
yeah,
can I ask Tommy and can I ask an interesting question that I don't think anyone's asked?
Sure.
What's up?
If you are Merc, what would be one piece of advice you would give to him going into a team like this that like maybe is based on experiences that you've had being a young player going to experience roster like this, or something that you've seen that would help him out a lot?
Pushing old on you.
I mean, mine would be pretty simple. I would say be yourself and don't be afraid to speak up, because once you're on a pro team, it is everybody's responsibility to make sure that team is as good as it can possibly be. So I understand you're new, but you'll gain the respect of everyone around you even faster if you speak what you really want.
I have something, but go ahead, Tom, because I want to back up what's
Oh no, go ahead, Benj. Go ahead. I'm listening. That's very good, Tony.
I think
very good, very wise, Tony.
I think that's
very
a really
wise.
good piece of advice. Because consider how Optic season's gone so far this year. I think bringing in a player like that, especially because he's not. He's bringing in challengers experience. He obviously lives in that Toronto system and probably learned a bunch even over the course of that week. I think him and his new teammates now should be open to new ideas as Optic figures out how to get more consistency and respawn. And I also think importantly, like get some consistency in search. So if he's got ideas, breakoffs, pre-nades, raids, crosses that they're not using, like he should be willing to make sure that he presents those ideas. You want to be a sponge, but also fight for what you think is the right way to play, and don't just take for what they want to do.
No, he's definitely got some little strats, like some little weird challenger strats and shit that maybe the pro scene's not doing yet. You know what I mean? Like he might know some shit. He might know some shit for sure. But I'm gonna find out whatever it is. I'm gonna find out what it is, and I'm gonna note it back, and I'm gonna slip Crowder a little note, like Crowder.
No.
Like, you know what I mean? I'm gonna slip Crowder a little note, like, hey, take a look at this. You know what I mean? This is what they're doing.
I mean, he's also got like. Bro, I mean, he's got a vibey group to be around. Like, even like in a hypothetical world where he said some stupid shit, like Shotzi and Hook they're not gonna make him feel dumb about it. They're gonna be like, maybe we should try this instead, or we should do this. Like, I truly think you have like a very good, open-minded team to slot into, in the sense of like Shotzi and Kyler and Brandon, like they'll sit there and talk about the game with you all day. Like, there's no ego in that room when it comes to actually how to play the game, in my opinion.
There's a question in the chat. Somebody said, does this become another Dan Ghosty situation where he could potentially not be on a team next year? Can that be one of those situations? Like he closes out the year with the team? I'm going to be honest. I don't think so. I really think Merc is one of those talents where I think they're going to like playing with him. I really do genuinely think Bruce and Kyler, I think all of them are gonna enjoy playing with Merc. I think they're gonna like it. I think they're gonna like his comms. I think they're gonna like what he's doing on the map. Like I genuinely think they're gonna enjoy it. I don't think they're gonna make any changes. And I don't know if that's what happened with Dan Ghosty, that they didn't enjoy it. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck happened with Dan Ghosty. But
well, I mean, the players in the team have said, so like Dan just didn't fit the person. Like he didn't fit obviously they got a bunch of seconds, and when they were thinking about moves in the offseason, like he just
Yeah.
didn't fit kind of the vibe they had as a team. So my suggestion to players is like be open-minded, right? Like consider the position you're in. You haven't made it deep on a weekend. You haven't gotten deep in a tournament. Like you got to be open to new ideas, new thinking, new strats. And the most important thing and the cool thing, the best thing you can do at this point is catch a Thieves or a FaZe by surprise over the course of the next few weeks by doing shit that they're not expecting, right?
Yeah.
These other teams that play fairly straight up, and like if you're coming in on Orthodox and you've got overloads, you got ideas.
Well,
like,
also,
you can win maps that way.
Just to speak on Ghosty real quick, and just to credit Dan, I think Dan has grown as like a teammate and player in a very, very, very quick amount of time.
100%.
Like in the sense where he obviously gets thrown into Optic, but now, I mean, I
feel
think
like
he's
that's
really
because
solidified
I
himself
feel
as a
like Dan,
teammate
though,
with Dan or with Thieves.
But I feel like Dan's the type of guy who would like communicate, like if something's bothering him or if there's something going on. Like I feel like he's like, that's just because Dan's just like a good guy and like actually communicates. Like he can talk, you know what I mean? Whether it's like something bad or something good, like he'll always just add to the convo. And I think when you add to the convo and you get involved more, you move faster. Like you become better faster. Where some people,
Dan's also not stupid, which also helps. You know what I'm saying? Like, Dan's
well,
a smart
damn,
kid.
Benj. I mean, I wasn't gonna call everybody
Yep.
fucking
I'll
stupid.
tell
No,
you.
but I'm not trying to call
You know what I
everybody in the
mean?
league
You know,
stupid,
some
but
people
like,
that come in, they're brain
No,
dead.
no.
They're fucking brain dead.
I'll
Come
tell
on,
you
man.
what. I'll tell
know
you
what
who
I mean?
couldn't get past Dan Ghosty if he tried.
Ew.
Dr. Lupo.
no.
Yeah, that motherfucker. You know that guy's got something.
He be on his on his
got red
trail.
boxes?
He's got something up his sleeve. That motherfucker, Dr. Lupo. He's got something up his sleeves at all times.
Got
You never
red
know what's
boxes now.
gonna hit you, Tony. You never know what's gonna hit you. You know what I mean? Mado. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
I mean, I think it's a good move for Optic. Not sure what Caesar's going to do long term here. But Optic's got an interesting schedule next couple of matches. Boston, Carolina, LG, Toronto. There's a good mix of teams that have hardpoint strength in there, S&D strength, and control strength. So, like, yeah, I think the key thing for Optic is, like, obviously you need to stack wins, but also, like, starting to figure out what your bread and butters are going to be. Because you think about, like, Optic, think about FaZe and Thieves, like, what maps those teams are good at, right? Like, red card everything, protocol control, hostage control. Like, what can you put in your pool and get really good at, get the best in the world at? If you do get
gotta
spawn
piss
and
real
get
quick,
deep in a
right back.
weekend, I can get advantage on those guys.
Hey, Benj, lock the fuck
Yeah.
in for the next 60 seconds. All right, let's see if the
Alright.
Stallions
There's
can
time.
close this out. And let's
I'm
see
dead.
if they make any mistakes here that we might need to
Mid-door.
pinpoint. Because this is where we struggle. We'll play well, and then at the very end, we do dumb shit.
50 shots. One
So
Is it a
let-
communication issue, or what do you think?
No, I think it
They're
was
taking-
just,
they're
I
taking-
think they're just new and they're
their
very
time, it's their
talented.
time.
Like they keep up with all the top
They're
teams.
flowers, they're
They just
flowers.
gotta, you know what I mean?
nothing edge.
We just gotta
Dominated,
stay
dominated.
composed and not get too excited.
Stage still.
When we're missing the guy, nice.
You know what I mean, Benj?
Behind
You
me,
know what
behind
I
me.
mean?
Heard.
Take it and
When Tony gets back, we'll get back on track here with Merc. You know what I mean? Believable.
I need soccer.
Look
Someone
at
get time.
Kips.
Someone
Look
get
at
time.
Kips. Boom, boom, bang. 3-piece. He done.
Guarantee that they all fall.
I'm holding your cross. I have your cross. I have your. Yo, one.
It's a
watch
good
your, watch
play.
your-
It's a good
yeah,
play,
watch your
Symbols.
sidewalk.
It's a great play.
Jump down.
Just hold it, Symbols. Get your kill here. Get your kill. Yeah.
We're good. Nang sidewalk for you.
You should get off stage.
No, somebody might be there. I don't know what.
And then we're crossing
He
globe.
thinks
Globe.
there's somebody
He
stage.
thinks there's someone stage.
There should have been somebody stage. They're
There
trolling.
was
Give me right,
licking
give me
a
right
wall
then.
behind the car.
I'm back.
Sidewalk. Sidewalk.
Hold on, Tony. We're watching the last second
back
here.
now.
Close hard point with the
Spawn mid. I
Stallions.
spawn mid. I spawn mid.
If you see anything,
shit.
Tony, note it down.
No,
This
it's good
is
spawn, it's a good
we're
spawn.
working on our
Try
ice
and
at the
help
end of maps. This is what we're working on. We're working on making sure we're staying true to our fundamentals, even when things are getting chaotic and they're getting close here towards the
win.
end. We gotta stay focused, laser focused.
Now they're in a good spot. I got them all spawning back P2.
Good spot here. I like this.
Sidewalk on me.
Shouldn't
Any
have.
kill now, they're going to spawn in the back.
Yep, we're spawning in the back here. It's a good place from the other team. Playing kills off old Simbron. Switching back to the Jackal now.
I'm pitching that too. I'm pitching.
I
that too.
actually think it's better that your team didn't make any kills right there.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Because if they did, they would have split spawned them and they would have had a split and like a potential pinch on time.
Back on track here. Merc. Tony, you think this guy Merc is way better than you? But be honest, when you watch him playing and shit, you can tell.
I wouldn't go. I wouldn't get carried away.
mean,
but
you
I
can
think he's
tell,
got a
you
lot
can
of
tell.
promise. I think he's a good kid with a good head on his shoulders.
Uh-huh.
But I mean, I don't want to jump to conclusions, Tom.
You don't want to jump to the conclusions, Tony. You want to.
I don't want to.
You know what I mean?
I don't want to jump to conclusions.